So let's just flip a coin. We flipped a coin, it came down snow sculpture.
We wanted to legitimize Breckenridge as a venue for an international snow sculpture competition.
It's more of a family than it is a competition.
My name is Rob Neyland, and I have an alter ego, and his name is Carvin Marvin. And together we have been embarked on a very long journey over the last 35 years to bring snow art to Breckenridge and to help make Breckenridge be known for snow art the world over. Our office, the very first year in 1979, we flipped a coin in the office. Should we do a float for the parade, or should we do an ice sculpture for the ice sculpture contest? And so came up heads, and so we did an ice sculpture, and we won the competition. We won a wine and cheese party up on the mountain, so it was very exciting. And so the next year we came back and we did it again. And the second year we did a little bit more elaborate of a piece and put a little bit more thought into it and had everybody involved and so forth, and we won again. So we thought, well, this is cool, we're on a roll now. So we continued to do that for about 3 or 4 years in a row. And along about 1985, we were working on our snow sculpture for Ullr out in front of our office, and this guy came along and said, hey, you guys are pretty good. Have you ever thought about going to the nationals? And we thought, what? There's nationals? And he said, oh yeah, there's internationals too. They're all over the world. We were hooked instantly.
I'm Ron Shelton. I am on Team Breckenridge, and Team Breckenridge is the host team for the International Snow Sculpture Competition now. Started out just a small little team, but it's a big team now after a lot of years. After traveling around to some of these other snow sculpture events and dealing with some of the snow that they scrape up out of the parking lots and off the sidewalk in order to form their blocks, we said, hey, you know, Breckenridge is all about snow. We have the best snow in the world. And so we said, well, let's do a snow sculpture competition in Breckenridge. We don't need to travel to Europe. We don't need to travel to Wisconsin. You know, let's bring the artists to Breckenridge. We'll invite all these guys to come from all over the world to Breckenridge. That's what's really going to do Breckenridge the most good. And so that's what we did. It was that simple.
And so we embarked on a journey to say, let's see if we can get Colorado certified as a state, sanctioned as a state to have a state competition that would allow us the opportunity to go to the nationals, that hopefully would then provide us with a springboard that would allow us to get involved in international competition and so forth. Going there, representing Colorado, representing the United States, obviously doing our very best as sculptors. And so we sort of climbed the ladder over the course of a couple of years, and wherever we went, we shook hands, made friends, gave out pins from Breckenridge, Colorado, and took names and got addresses.
We were able to basically snowball that into the international.
Hey, I'm Greg Gutsky. I'm the technical director for the International Snow Sculpting Championships. I've been doing this for quite some time now. I don't really know how many years. This giant pile of snow behind us here in about 10 days is going to become beautiful works of art from artists from all over the world. This is where it all starts, is right here. The ski area makes this snow. We have beautiful, clean, pristinely white snow that we truck over to the Riverwalk Center, and from there we load it into giant 10 by 10 by 12 foot tall blocks that are stomped down 4 times during the process. Those become the blank canvas for the artists from around the world.
The ski resort makes snow for us to our own specifications, the amount of water to air so that we get a perfect ratio for sculpting, and you know, Rob and Ron over the years have perfected that to where, once again, as I said earlier, this is by far the best snow in international competition, in any of the competitions across the globe.
The preparation of the blocks is just fabulous, and also the organization teams are just perfect. Everything is just fine, so you can do your piece. For us is that very important because we're doing all our works back home, all the preparation in front and then the planning and everything. So for us, Breckenridge is mostly the best place to do that.
We use our own tools. The majority of our tools are handmade. You can't just walk down to your local hardware store and buy the snow sculpting tool.
Everything that you can imagine people have tried to use, but on these blocks it's pretty key to show up with the right tools.
The model is where the sculpture really happens. This is where your hands learn what the shapes are, how the form is going to work, how the massing is going to work. My experience has been that if it won't stand in clay, if it won't support itself in clay all by itself, it ain't going to stand in snow.
The competition is so much more fun and so much more enjoyable because everybody shares tools and they talk to each other. And I have friends that I've been snow sculpting with for 15 or 20 years because they just love coming here.
The environment that you have, because everyone is sort of there as a performing athlete as well as being an artist, is very much an atmosphere of collaboration.
Judging the competition itself is enjoyable, but it's frustrating and it just tears you apart. But this last year, the 29th, there were 5 judges, and it took us 7.5 hours to whittle it down to the 3 that inevitably ended up with prizes in the competition. We look for artistic ability, a theme when they get their point across. We also look for how close they stayed true to their marquette, which is the little sculpture that they work from.
As a judge, you have to really go one step farther. You know, not only what makes it good, what makes it better than the rest. But I think what makes a great sculpture great is it makes you think, or it makes you feel something.
The way this community comes together around the snow artists that show up from China and from India and from Turkey and Mongolia and the UK and Ecuador and Argentina, from literally all over the globe, this community makes them family.
Breckenridge has gained a reputation for being, you know, the greatest host for a snow sculpture competition. The whole town is behind it.
The amazing support we get from the community. because you'll have people that will volunteer as interpreters and people who take people around town, or they will offer to get them coffee and hot chocolate and whatever while they're competing. We'll have lodging companies and individuals that give us homes to use for the teams for the week, and all of that with the town coming together. We couldn't do this competition without that. There's no way.
Every year, the teams that come say that they feel like they're at the Olympics of the Snow Sculpture Championships. Even though they're competing, there's such a great bond and a really great vibe among all of the teams. You know, it's a closeness that I think you only find in a setting like this.
People of our town are so welcoming and just so caring, and it's the camaraderie of this competition compared to any other competition on the planet.
I think we need to recognize the town council, the street department, and all the volunteers. Thank you for helping me and Rob bring this thing to fruition a long time ago, and thank you for, keeping it up.
Thank you, everybody in Breckenridge that gets involved with this snow sculpting thing. Thank you so much.
Thanks to the Breckenridge and Summit County community for making this such an awesome event and making it a world-class event. And I'd also like to thank my friend who got me through the years of snow sculpting together. We had a great time, and it's built an awesome friendship between us. Thanks.
This event is amazing. It's on my calendar every year. Whether I compete or not, or participate or not, it's a big part of my life.
Really like to thank the teams that have come over the years who I've become such great friends with, and all of the hosts who have made such a difference to everything that we do.
Thank you, Breckenridge.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Breckenridge.
Thank you, Breckenridge, Colorado, so much. You deserve it.